Well, greetings everyone. Patricia here, and I'm traveling for history. I'm at Lakeview Cemetery today in Burlington, Vermont, and I wanted to talk about what exactly? The Louisa Howard Chapel, 1882. Panning over, this is the chapel. Built in the Gothic Revival style. We can see that it is based on a few things. Looking down the side of the building, we can see these beautiful buttresses. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 buttresses. As I pan up, you can see the amazing steep pitch of that roof right there, and even up along the roof itself. The stone is another indicator of that. And as I come around to the front of the building, so you can get a good idea of this beautiful archwork. And look at that point too. So above the door, right there, we have that beautiful arch and the stone arch above it, and more of that sharp roof. And as I back up a bit here to pan up to the marker up there, you can perhaps read what it says. And if not, I'll tell you. It says, presented by Louisa H. Howard, 1882. I'll talk more about her in just a moment. And as I go all the way up, there is a bell tower up there with the bell still intact. It's fantastic, isn't it? Oops. See, it's right. It is right up there. So you can see it there too, in case you couldn't see it before. So, looking over to the left here, we can see that there is some wood trim missing. You see the paper. Try to see the paper. Right there in the corner. Hopefully they'll repair that this summer. So where the plexiglass is, there's stained glass behind it on that side and over here, and even that round window up above, which is fantastic. Now, Louisa Howard was a philanthropist. Her as I recall, she was actually rather sickly and never really worked. But her two brothers, John Purple and I believe Daniel was the other brother, were very successful hoteliers in New York City. So successful, in fact, that John was able to retire at the age of 30 and then traveled the world. So he would pay for these different projects that his sister worked on, like dedicating this building to the city in 1882. This was added to the State Historic Register in 1999. Now, in this arch right here, this stone arch right there, it says, "My Redeemer liveth." For a little too long, I actually thought the word was cemetery, because clearly I can't spell. It's not actually true, but, well, anyway, we are standing in a cemetery after all. Walking around to the other side of this building, you see more of those beautiful buttresses down this side of the building as well. And as I walk along, you can see that there are more stained glass windows protected by plexiglass all along here. See, there's one, and of course we're going to get up close to these buttresses now. Look at that. Look at that detail. Isn't that amazing? And scrolling up as well, I guess it's panning up actually. Another window. Look how beautiful that pointed arch is. Isn't that gorgeous? And then also at the top of the building here on the back, what appears to be a chimney. I don't know if it actually is, but it's been a very long time since I was inside. A good 15, 16 years to be honest. Note that this window can open, which is quite nice when you're inside for an event. By the way, you can rent the Louisa Howard Chapel for funerals, for weddings, for public gatherings in general. As we come around the backside and point out this stone semicircle around here, and as I come down here, you see the backside of the building. Another glorious window, stained glass behind it, and this lovely door, which does appear like you could open it. It doesn't have a doorknob, as you can see, and it does look like it had a hasp on there at one time, but it is no longer present. In order to rent this building, you have to contact Lakeview Cemetery, and they can tell you how much it costs to rent the place. Coming around the other side of the building, look at that double buttress right there. Isn't that beautiful? I'm not an architect, not an architectural historian either. I just think it's beautiful. You can almost tell the colors. Looks like red, maybe blue, maybe red again, and it looks like blue again up above. Could be green from this light, hard to tell. I'm here in the late afternoon, and it's May 10th, 2021. Another window that opens. That's fantastic for a cross breeze if you can't have the front door open. Coming back round to the front of the building. Now, I already know that the chapel is locked because they rent it and they want to keep it nice. But 15, 16 years ago, it needed to be restored. And I know they've done it in the years intervening. They really had to. The carpet that was inside, which they found reproduction carpet, by the way. But the carpeting inside was, what's the word? Ew, comes to mind, actually. Because although there is a city vault below where I'm standing, or the area where I'm standing, there's they sometimes stored caskets and coffins in here, yes, with bodies in them, and bodies sometimes leak. So, now let's come up and take a look-see at the beauty of the doorknob and some of the work on the door. Look at that amazing doorknob, the detail on that, and the keyhole below it, and even close-up of the wood. I mean, is this not beautiful? The workmanship is just, it's spectacular. But this is 1882. Now that nail there, they do hang a wreath during the holiday season. And even the handrail has a beautiful detail on it, including that right there. Brings it back to my childhood, quite frankly. No, I was not born in 1882, but this looks like something from maybe the, I don't know, 60s. And look at that, it's just beautiful. So And look how thick this entrance is. Look how thick that wall is. And then the pilasters that are on either side. A pilaster is a column that's built into a wall. You see, all the way down to the bottom. So, in case you would like to have a seat, there is this park bench right here. And I do want to point out the nameplate on it because, well, this woman was extraordinary. So it says on the sign, in loving memory of Lilian Baker Carlisle, 1912-2006, a true, quote, friend of the Louisa Howard Chapel, unquote, from her family. Now, Lilian, it would take far more videotape than I possibly have here, or memory on this card, to talk about how amazing Lilian Baker Carlisle was. So perhaps another time I'll talk more about her. But she was one of the founders of the Chittenden County Historical Society. So if that gives you any idea. And she helped save Louisa Howard Chapel. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today. And thanks so much for coming with me. So I think you know the drill. Please like, comment, subscribe. I do read the comments. And personally read all the comments. So please leave me something. Maybe let's have a conversation. If you know more about this than I, let's talk. It's fun. So again, I'm Patricia. I'm traveling for history, and stay tuned. I'll have another video soon. Have a great day. Bye.